Hey guys, this is Blue Nola. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you so much. Let's get into this reading. Yeah. Our girl Lo has been single for 5 minutes. And she said, you know what, hell with that. I'm getting rid of this zero and I'm about to get with this hero. You heard me? Yeah. Well, I'm just being funny, guys. I'm just being funny. Thank you so much for coming through to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe while you're here. We're about to get started on this reading between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Everybody knows that they were this huge couple years ago. She looked like she was madly in love with this man. They looked like they had a really good connection. And then all of a sudden, right before they got, were about to get married, things got called off. It really felt as though he called things off or he got cold feet or he didn't want to get married. And literally soon thereafter, he married Jennifer Garner, which was like, wow, that's wild. So she ended up going her way, he ended up going his way, and now they look like they've kind of rekindled the relationship. Now I've heard reports that they're just strictly friends. I heard some other stuff saying that things are heating up between them. But let's just get into the energy around them and say and see what the hell is going on. And when I say that, she literally just broke up with A-Rod. They were trying to, remember they broke up and then they said they weren't broken up. Then they tried to go out of town to work it out. Then they came back and said they broke up. Okay, what's going on here? And then he was with some girl named Anna de Armas, and they just broke up in January 2021. So it makes sense. The time frames are lining up a little bit for me, but let's just go ahead and get into this energy and see, first of all, like how did this all transpire? Like this rekindled energy, sometimes rekindled relationships really do work. They really do work, especially when two people are at a point in their life where they're ready to have something tangible, right? And they're tired of playing around. So let's go ahead and get into the energy spirit around Jennifer Lopez. You see that Four of Wands energy popping through? I had shuffled them and put them down. That talks about them coming together, right? This is almost like I am familiar with you. You feel like home to me. This isn't, this feels good to me, right? They also have the Ace of Wands together, and this is talking about two people making the time and taking the time to have a make moves towards each other. This is an action movement energy. This talks about a new start, right? And do what feels natural to you. Okay. Give me the energy spirit around Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Let's start with the just like what's going on with them. Are they actually just friends? Or is there something more going on here? What is the energy around them? Whatever's been happening, they've been really engaging with each other in the last 1 to 9 months. This is what it's showing me. A wish come true, 1 to 9 months. Let's see why they connected. This is what I'm seeing, 1 to 9 months in the energy. All right, so through his tough time, her tough time, being in stressful relationships, etc., etc., they have found their way back to each other. It feels like it's been kind of like being connected over time. So I don't feel like it just happened in a vacuum. I feel like she and Ben Affleck have been off and on, back and forth, being friendly in each other's lives, checking on each other, happy holidays, etc., etc., happy birthday. I feel like that's been going on for some time. Okay. I do feel, however, that the wrapping up of the relationship has been for several weeks, right? When if you've ever been in a rekindled relationship, it doesn't take months and months for the things to get started. This is showing in weeks, but this is showing why, because they've been through tough times. They've been through tough times in other stressful relationships, which now they've been pulled together. That's what it shows up in this energy right here. It talks about this is a desire to reconcile. They've always had a desire to reconcile. Five of Swords in reverse, right? So whatever they had going on in the past, they've always had a desire to say, let's put it to rest. We still love and care about each other. We always have had a thing for each other. desire to reconcile, desire to forgive. Let's forgive and forget and let's move on. Let's put it to bed. Again, desire to reconcile, desire to forgive, right? Two people being in stressful times. I'm in my late 40s, you're in your early 50s. We don't owe nobody shit, right? We're not kids. We're grown, right? And we're coming out of stressful situations, right? This is what that talks about here, right? Um, you know, my God, I'm in a relationship. I'm unsure. You're in a relationship. You're unsure. We've both, we know each other. We love each other. We have each other's backs. This is the talk. This is the talk while they're going through this tough time with other partners, right? We're having this. This is when I talk to you, I feel restored. When I talk to you, I feel like you're home again. Home. I feel like I can come to you and speak to you and talk to you. I don't feel as stressed. I don't feel as stressed. The world is beating me up. So this is a new beginning for them, guys. This is a new beginning. And even though he is a Leo, there's King of Cups energy here with a new beginning. That means he's more willing to make it work this time, right? Now, I didn't do cards on what happened in the past, but just from the energy of what happened in the past, it looks like he kind of pushed away from the relationship more than she did, right? But it feels like he's coming to the table this time with more of a sense of what he really, really wants. You understand? Okay, I've had this failed marriage with Jennifer Garner. I was in these other relationships that really didn't work. And now I have the opportunity to try to be with Jennifer, and it's here. So I think there's a real budding romance that could potentially happen between them. And this time, it feels like he is ready for something tangible with J-Lo. That's what it shows up as. King of Cups energy, as you all know, this is somebody who has emotional control in their life. It feels like emotional control. He loves, he wants to love, but he also has fears, right? But this has been Affleck wishing to be in her life, entering her life, but afraid of deep involvement, but ready and willing to take a new beginning, right? But Spirit is still saying what? In that new beginning, you need to make sure that you're paying attention. Even though you're in your 40s and she's in her 50s, you still need to pay attention to what's around you. Let's go ahead and pull on the energy of J-Lo. So this is kind of how they came together through, they've always been communicating, but through their stressed and tumultuous relationships and life, and because this talks about life and careers and everything that's been going on, they've been pulled back together, and it feels genuine. Give me the energy around Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. How does Jennifer Lopez feel about him this time around? She feels he's going to be more ready, if they do this right, to make a commitment. Okay, where he wasn't before. All right, this is what it talks about. At a crossroads, right? They have Page of Pentacles, improvement energy, Nine of Cups energy, and Eight of Cups energy. So all of this talks about here is people are not going to see this in a good light, right? You just broke up with freaking A-Rod 5 minutes ago. Thought you was working this out. Now you're back again, Jennifer, at a crossroads. But again, she doesn't owe her shit. Jennifer went through a tough time with A-Rod, just to let you know that, guys. We talked about that already, right? A-Rod sneaking around. He's in DMs. He's talking to this person, that person, whether he denies it or not, whether she tries to cover for him or not. A-Rod, the relationship with A-Rod was not always that good. And we talked about that in our last readings. This is an improvement. Yeah, she's going to go through some tough times emotionally, but this feels like an improvement for her, right? Look, she's got 4 of Wands with Ben Affleck. This, again, this feels like something unexpected but good is coming her way. So let her have her moment with this man. Let her do what she's got to. Let her do what she wants to do, because guess what? You know what? I do feel like people do need breaks, but at the same time, it's your life, right? And I would rather be that woman that's out dating and having fun and not sitting home for 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years crying about a man that didn't do right by me. I'm with J-Lo on that one. Now, maybe not as fast, but definitely move on. All right, let's get into the energy around, like, are these people like soulmates? Are they like, do they have, are they twin flames? Because I remember her saying she felt he was her soulmate. Do they have, like, what's the energy around them, Spirit? Hmm. Ooh. Back in the day when they were together, they had a lot of conflict, guys. I feel like they have more twin flame energy together. This is what it comes off to me as. There's a lot of fire in here. Unresolved issues, though. Concrete. They do have each other's back and they do support each other. I just feel like it wasn't the right time. So I do feel like they do have each other's back. And, like they were just, at the time they were together, I feel like they were in different places. They were in different places in their lives. They weren't on the same page, right? But there's this earth energy to them, and then there's this fire energy to them. So I feel like, you know, I feel like they were just in two different places. They didn't, it's not being honest with each other. There's a lot of energy around at the time, no honesty about how the other one was feeling. It almost feels like somebody was disconnected and wasn't saying anything and wasn't ready. And it feels like Ben wasn't ready to take that leap forward, right? That's what it shows. And Jennifer, she's an empath. She should have seen it, but she didn't see it, right? Because she was blinded by love. So I don't know. I just feel like they have more of a twin flame energy. But some people feel they feel what they feel. Like, you can feel like somebody's your soulmate, but it feels like they have a lot of twin flame energy. All right, let's go ahead and look into, like, A-Rod. Does he know, or did he know about this romance, this budding romance? A-Rod. What's his name? Alex Rodriguez. Or his sneaky self. He comes off as the King of Cups. This man, A-Rod, remember what I told y'all? He wasn't always being honest in the situation with J-Lo. I told y'all that. I think he has clarity he has some clarity. Because the Ace of Shows shows up as he's been given some clarity. Now, before they broke up, I think there was some information that was shared with him. Yep, secrets. The moon card. I said it before it came out, y'all. Some information was shared with him about how she feels. Also, I feel like she broke up with him. She broke up with A-Rod. J-Lo broke up with A-Rod. She was tired of the relationship and she broke up with him. They weren't on the same page, but it feels like she broke up with him. She said, this is not going to work. I'm not committed to this. You don't fill up my cup. There's too much going on with you. Just imagine a person is double dealing, a lot of secrets and lies, right? She felt like she was tired of carrying the burden of the relationship, that she was no longer committed to it, and this man just wasn't giving her what she needed, right? She just, and she wasn't giving him what he needed. This is what it shows up as. They have the Six of Cups in reverse, moving forward, leaving each other. I do feel like he was giving some clarity around her friendship with Ben Affleck. I really do, right? I really do. She talked about him being a part of her life, so he wasn't just completely caught off guard, blindsided. I definitely feel like, he knew something of Ben being a part of her life in some way before it hit the public eye. All right. I seen them holding hands on some picture. Was that picture a real picture, Spirit? I seen them holding hands getting off a plane or a jet. Was that real? Was that photo real? Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Yep, that was real. They have the Fool card here, right? Just taking adventure, on a little trip, feeling free, new relationship energy, right? And then they got caught dead. But this is them having new perspective in the energy. They have the Eight of Swords as well. Yeah, I like that. That talks about free. They got two cards of freedom, right? I mean, I definitely feel like they're not going to be just like, flouncing around a lot. You'll see it kind of like in that energy of fear, a little bit of fear, resisting, but, that's what it feels like. They've been communicating the last at least few months. And then again, if you know anything about rekindle relationships, they don't take long to ramp up. They can ramp up pretty easily, pretty quickly. A couple that has actually been together and worked together for some time, and especially a couple that were actually on their way to getting married, it doesn't take them long. I mean, literally, a couple who starts talking on the phone that had a relationship in days, they can be right back where they were when they left each other years ago. So even though it's been 17 years, I mean, literally, the moment they started communicating, it was like this. It was instantaneous, and it just took off from there. Again, better understanding this time around. Again, there's always been a friendship energy there, a love energy there, a connection there. So that's why she probably feels like he is her soulmate. There's always been a connection there. But are they going to actually eventually go public with the relationship, Spirit? Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Are they going to go public with this relationship? I think that's going to be some time from now. I'm not saying it's going to be forever, but if they decide to go public, it would take them some time to go public. I would be honest with you. I would rather keep it private than go public, and until you see what it is, right? You don't want to go public and then you back breaking up 3 months later, right? I would rather nurture the relationship with that Knight of Wands energy. With their spirit guys, it was the spirit. What the energy is saying with that Knight of Wands is, like this could, changes need to happen. This talks about let the picture develop. Don't just throw yourself out there. Keep it quiet, because then it can fall into uncertainty and then imbalance, right? Especially with the public scrutiny and the public trying to get all involved, and then everybody doesn't have good intentions, especially with this card. This blog saying that, this site saying this, all this drama going on. If I were them, I would keep it very, very quiet until the relationship was solid on the ground. Because as much as you've been keeping it, yeah, 7 of Cups in the energy talks about they've been really talking about reflecting on old times, sentiment, reflection, energy. But if I were them, I would keep it really, really quiet and keep my business to myself, because if they don't, all hell could be breaking loose behind them. And then they don't give their relationship a chance to have momentum. I think if they do go public with it, it would probably be maybe in a few months. Let's go ahead and pull this up and just see, because you can see he has a change of heart. If Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck decide to really be together, do they have a chance to really be in a long-term relationship? Do they have a chance to be in a long-term relationship? I just want her to slow down because she's got those kids. You see this? They're together like guys. You see this? This talks about 10 of Cups. Feeling very happy. Dream coming true. Okay? Something new. Achievement. Will they have a long-term energy? Just not in months. Not just in a few years. Do they have a long-term energy together? So if they're not together seriously now, it could potentially turn into that. They have solid energy. That Emperor energy comes through as being solid, having control, being logical energy. They have solid energy. Still feeling a little bit of off track a little bit. I just feel like they have a better chance if they just keep it a little bit more quiet until they can get it off the ground solid. But he's more ready to do so. He's more ready to do so. Still going to be some bumps in the road. I mean, even with rekindled relationships, and I don't want to make this video too long, the problem is the same issues that you faced before, back then, will be some of the same issues you face today. You're just more mature. Let me ask about his, Ben Affleck has had some trouble with his alcoholism. I know he was in rehab. How will that affect their relationship? I just want to ask that question because he is the king. He is the Knight of Cups, and it feels like he does have balance with it. But let's go ahead and see. He keeps coming up as the King of Cups. So it feels like he is in a whole different mindset. Give me the energy around Ben Affleck. How will he do if he and Jennifer are, decide to really be together and with his, his issues? Yeah. I definitely feel like he's going to make an effort to do the right thing for himself, not just because of J-Lo, but this is like progress, slow and steady, every day, taking responsibility, right? One day at a time. He looks like he may still be doing AA treatments, but it's like a person who's working hard to be responsible and to follow the rules in order to stay on track. This is what it shows up as. So that's a big deal because that takes a lot of commitment. Give me the energy around, will he take to some of the, the healthier lifestyles that Jennifer, look, Knight of Cups. Yep. Following his heart, and then getting the message, right? She's going to be able to bring some positive things into his life and things of that nature. That also talks about he could actually offer her marriage for real this time. Like they could actually do something big if they decided to really be together, guys. It's just like, child, make sure you ready, child. Make sure you ready, J-Lo, baby. Make sure you ready, girl. Make sure you ready. I don't know how the whole family feel about it, but, at the end of the day, they definitely have something brewing there, guys. It does feel like they'll eventually come out with it. Let them do it on their own time. I definitely feel like A-Rod is not blindsided by it. I definitely feel like he heard rumblings or he has been given some information. A-Rod wasn't a good person in my opinion. I'm not talking about from the business perspective, but as a partner, I definitely was J-Lo and Ben Affleck cheating behind A-Rod's back. Six of Swords, unresolved issues. Three of Pentacles. That Three of Pentacles can suggest like them in connection with each other. But it feels like a no. See, the Sun card is showing that's a no. That's a negative. So I don't feel like they were cheating behind A-Rod's back. See? Negative. They just felt like that wouldn't be a good thing to do, right? I can understand that. Do the right thing. Good karma comes back to you if you do that, right? Nine of Pentacles in the energy as well. That talks about, that felt like that would be bad, deceptive, bad faith, cause conflict. And really, Jennifer's the one, too, who has this Queen of Wands, just like, she didn't want, she was resistant to that. But now she is this Nine of Swords energy. She was in a bad place with her relationship with A-Rod. Dishonesty, heartbreak, unpredictable man. Yeah, she was, and this is what happens, A-Rod, when you don't do right by your woman, sir. You run her in the arms of another man for some retreat. Goodbye. All right, so anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you for checking through this video. I definitely feel like there's something brewing there. Even if they say they're friends, I think there's definitely something brewing there. Y'all have a great day. The only thing I would say, keep the relationship off the grid. Nurture the relationship as much as you can before you let it go too public so that you have a better chance. Because what you don't want to see happen is they try to come together, it doesn't work out, and then they quietly separate. You want to see them have a really good chance because they do have soulmate energy, right? They do have this strong twin flame energy, but they do have soulmate energy. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. Wouldn't it be nice? Again, I think I said this at the beginning, maybe, but that's a blessing to have a chance to be with a person that you really wanted to be with. So, okay, she just broke up with A-Rod. He just broke up with this girl. So what? They're grown-ups. I think that, yeah, for the sake of your kids, you should take your time. But at the end of the day, like, hell, so when you get in your 50s, baby, you ain't got time to waste. That the 50s turn into 60s and the 60s turn into 70s. So you want to get popping while you can, and yes, you can slow it down, take your time, but this is not like some stranger off the street that she just met 5 minutes ago. She was literally engaged to this man. They have to relearn each other, and they're going to have struggles and frustrations. But hopefully they can just keep it off the radar in order to make the relationship really work, and then come forward with it and protect and nurture it. The main thing with J-Lo too is stay off the internet with the man. Like keep it. He's pretty private. So, but that's another thing. All that public. Keep business and personal separate as much as you can. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much. This is Chris, Blue Nola Tarot. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Don't forget to share the video and tell some people about Blue Nola Tarot. Remember, we're almost at 14,000. Bye bye. Have a great day.